One of the most important function of commercial banks is the money creation or credit creation. We can say in the last we will discuss about the money multiplier also in this thing. So that bank loans created, deposited, and derived deposited are regarded as a bank money or credit. Thus, the power of a commercial banks to expand the deposit through the loans, advances, and investment is known as credit creation. The credit creation implies multiplication of a bank deposits. Credit creation may be defined as the expansion of the bank deposit through the process of more loans and advances in the investment. Process of credit creation. An important aspect of the credit creation function of the commercial bank is to process of the money expansion of the credit of the banking system with the whole credit create credit which is several times more than the original increasing in the deposit of the bank. This process is called the multiple expansion of the multiply creation of credit. Similarly, if there is withdrawal from any bank, any one bank, it leads to be the process of multiple contraction of credit. This process of multiple credit expansion can be illustrated by the assuming. First, suppose your person will explain you with the help of example what is money creation. For example, you have started your business. Bank has started its business with the 1000 rupees. So what is the liability? The primary demand deposit is they have 1000 rupees. Then cash received and 1000 rupees they have to be reserved. Then what happened? They have 1000. For example, you have 1000 to put. Was you have done, you have taken the 20% of the 1200 rupees, that is as a cash reserve, and excess amount means 800,000 rupees from 1000 you have minus 200 rupees, so 8000 reserve remaining access the resolved. Under the double entry system, the amount of 1000 is shown in the both side. The deposit of 1000 is a liability for the bank, and it is also assets of the bank. Bank has to keep only 20% as a cash reserve with them. Okay, it is new deposit and has a surplus of the 800 rupees, which is can be profitable employ for the assets like a loan. So what happened? They have done next time 800 rupees come to the this side deprived demand deposit they have. So what they had done here, 1000 they have taken 1000 like that here. So 1000 here they have, and then cash reserves is received here 1000. 200 they have taken as a cash reserve. Now the 800 deprived demand deposit. The loan is X has taken 800 rupees. Now what happened? 800. Now in the next, the purpose of X purchase goods from the value from 800 from Y. So and the pay cash deposit amount, what they have done, the deposit amount of 800 rupees they have taken. I will explain like that. The suppose initial amount deposit bank have 1000 and LLR is 20%. It means bank is required to keep only 200 rupees cash reserve with them, and again 800 rupees they lend to someone else for giving the amount as a cash, and rather they will just the name of the borrowers whatever you will like. Here we are explaining with the help of example X, who are free to withdraw from amount whenever they like. Suppose borrowers withdraw the entire amount 800 for making a payment here, and as all the transactions are routed through the bank and the money spent on the borrowers come back into the bank in the form of deposit account of those who have received this payment, will increases the demand deposit of by 800. With new deposit 800, bank what bank is doing, again bank has keeping their 20%. 800 20% is 160. So they put the as a cash reserve 160 with them, and again they proceed the rest of the amount, means 800 minus 160 equals to 640 as a loan. So they put that like that. Again, suppose the Z purchase, next person come to them to the bank and they have to purchase it for, so what they have purchased, they have purchased 640. Again, what the bank, when the amount come received, bank has now it keeps 20% reserve. The rupees 128 is there of one 640, 20% is rupees 128. So 640, 521 again went for the loan. So likewise, this continuously it is happening this. So the whole position will be like that. Bank A has given deposited 1000 rupees. They have cash reserve 200 rupees. They have given loans as 800 rupees. Bank B 800 they have, then their cash reserve is 160. They provide 650 40 loan. Bank C have 640 deposited as a deposited, cash received 128, and they have given the loan of 512. So what is the thing? It is clear from the above, the out of the initial primary deposit, bank advances 800 as a loan. It forms the primary deposit of the bank B, which turns advance to 640 as a loan. Thus, the sum again form the primary deposit to the bank C, which turns advanced as its 512 as loan. Thus, the initial primary deposit of rupees 1000 resulted in the bank credit is 1952, 1952, 1952 in the three banks. There will be many banks in the country, and the above process of credit expansion will come to the end when no bank has an excess reserve to lend. In the above example, there will be tenfold increases in the credit because the cash ratio is 10%. The total value of the credited in the bank system depends upon the ratio of the cash reserve ratio is 10%, there will be tenfold increases. If the cash reserve ratio is 20%, here we have taken the 20%, there will be the fivefold increases. When the bank system receives the additional primary deposit, there will be multiple expansion of the credit. So when the bank system loses cash, there will be multiple contraction in the credit. So the extent to which the banks can create credit together would be found out of with the help of credit multiplier formula. The formula is K equals to 1 upon R, or K equals to 1 upon LRR. So this is the formula that is given for, that is the bank are using for creating the money. So that is called credit creation, or the, here now we are discussing about the money multiplier. So money multiplier formula already I have given to you. Likewise that I am taking an example. The given example 20%, you can say, so money per multiplier, when we want to find it, what we have to do. For example, we have taken 20% of the deposit, so 0.2 is there. So what is the K equals to 5 is there. So this is the formula of multiplier. For example, given example, calculate, I'm just giving example to you. Calculate the total deposit credited if initial deposit is 1000 crores and LLR is 12.5%. So likewise that, for example, you can say deposit equals to 1000. Suppose bank LLR taken credit, one of the bank, its name is Growth Bank. So its LLR is 12.5%. Okay, this is the question. Deposit, they have 1000 rupees. LLR is 12.5%. So what we have to do? We have to use this formula. And after using this formula, what we have to do? We just put 1 divided by, we will change it in the formula. So 0.12 0.12 and 5. So this is the so money multiplier. So it is equals to 8. Okay. So now what we have to do? So it is called the initial deposit 1 crore. 1000 crores, and deposit it is there. So what happened when the total deposit, initial deposit, it comes to them is equals to 1000 into 8 equals to 8000 crores. So this is the thing it comes to them. So this is the formula. It comes to them that the money multipliers. So the money creation by commercial bank rises the national income also. When the commercial banks lend the money mainly to the investors, the rises in investment in the economy leads to rise the national income through the multiplier effect. The same multiplier effect come to them. So this is the way how the money creations. Now we will discuss some more points about the banking in the next video. So money creation is completed here. I will give some more practical questions regarding that and you will solve them.